Hey, okay guys, sorry I didn't do a new moon video last new moon. I was really busy doing workshops, nice presentations of the year ahead. Anyway, so this is a video for the full moon, February 19th, and it's in the constellation of Leo. So make sure you stick around for the rest of the video, because I'm going to actually go and share my screen with you with my astronomy program and show you how to find Leo in the sky, so you can figure it out. It's a good idea to start now while the moon is still young in its phase, so you can see the sky, because when it's full moon you have like a moon glow that can sort of it can prevent you from seeing all the stars in the sky. So I'll show you that towards the middle of the video once we finish this part. So full moon in Leo. And the moon and the sun is in Aquarius, right? So we always talk about, or I always talk about, the strength of the energy of where the sun is actually important to pay attention to during a full moon, because the full moon reflects that sunlight to us. So this is a pretty interesting full moon, because you have the moon in Leo, which is strength and pride, and it's royal, and then you have the sun in Aquarius, which is for the people. So I labeled this video "Stand Up and Fight for the Human Heart." And why do I say stand up and fight? It's because you have Uranus conjunct Mars at this time. So Uranus is freedom, liberation, awakening, and Mars is the fighter. So fights for freedom and awakening and liberation. And then you have Neptune conjunct Mercury, and that's also in Aquarius. And that's more of intuitive messages, because Neptune is more about the intuitive spiritual flow, and Mercury is the messenger of the gods. So there's an intuitive flow of higher spiritual information coming in. And then you also have Venus, the divine feminine, checking in with the elders, I call it, because we have that whole thing with the Saturn Pluto coming into that conjunction. That's going to be a 2-year process. So Venus comes in and has I think it's a conjunction. Let's see. Yeah, it's a conjunction with Saturn and Pluto. So there might be a check-in with the Venus energy, the power of the Venus energy. And when you put Venus and Pluto together, that's a lot of sexual energy. So I'm thinking that Venus, Pluto, and then Saturn will give a little bit of a more authority kind of check-in with how is sexual energy being used, because that's a very powerful energy that humans actually have, is the power to create through sexual energy. But of course we all know it gets distorted a lot. So I think Venus is going to have a little check-in with that. Okay, so then there's a few announcements before we go over to the screen share and I show you how to find Leo in the sky. As a workshop coming up on the 24th, February 24th in Burlington, Vermont, at Sacred Mountain Wellness, or Sacred Mountain Yoga, and it's pretty cool. Vermont is awesome. Burlington is awesome. So just there'll be some details in the description down below. Second is, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the notification bell so you'll see when I have new videos coming out. Join our Facebook group, Sidereal Revolution. It's gaining a lot of traction. There's a lot of wisdom keepers there, a lot of wisdom teachers there, a lot of wisdom seekers there. It's an awesome Facebook group, and it's growing, and it has a lot of integrity, and I'm pretty impressed with it. So that's one. Sign up to my email list. So you go to my website, siderealastrologist.com. The little window pops up. You get on my email list. I always have crazy offers, free this, free that, whatever. So make sure you're on that list. And then you can also request a free chart. There's a little button on my site. You get a free chart. You get your free sidereal chart, so you can see what your real sign is. Alright, so I think those are the only notifications. Oh yeah, by the way, I always forget, so you're watching my video. I practice Sidereal Astrology. Sidereal Astrology means astrology that aligns with the accurate constellations in the sky. Most people are shocked when they find this out, but yes, tropical mainstream astrology, the main astrology that everyone follows, it doesn't align with the stars in the sky. You can look it up yourself. Look up Sidereal Astrology, tropical astrology, and one more important thing, look up precession of the equinox. That will explain everything to you. Okay? So yeah, so your sign is different. And I think that's it for this part. Stick around. I'm going to show you how to find Leo in the sky, and then we're also going to walk through the chart. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to walk through the chart, and we're going to kind of highlight all these energies that we just expressed. All right, guys. I'll see you in a second. Okay, guys. How are you? Here we go. This is my astronomy program. This is what I use to control my telescopes. I wanted to open this up. We're going to zoom in. You're going to see the moon right here. I'm going to do a search. I'm going to type in moon. Alright, search. See the target goes right on the moon. Constellation Leo. So this is scientific astronomy software. Okay, so this is just showing you that the full moon is in Leo on this night. Alright, February 19th. I made it for 8 feet when it's dark out, so you'll be able to see it. Let me zoom. There you go. And like I mentioned to you earlier in the video, is you can take these tips and start now, so you can find where Leo is. Because when it's a full moon, you know, you have a full moon glow and the whole sky it's really hard to point out the stars unless you really know where you are. But just look, you're gonna notice the backwards question mark right here. See that? That's the backwards question mark of Leo. And that's how you know you're in the constellation of Leo, right here. So, tropical astrology, I think they're going to say that the full moon is in Virgo. We're going to show you where Virgo is now, and we're going to show you that the moon is not there. Okay, here you go. Okay, that's the constellation of Virgo, and that's the bright star of Virgo called Spica. So that's how you find Virgo. You can follow the Big Dipper, the arc to Arcturus, and then spike to Spica, and that's how you know you're in Virgo. So the full moon is not in Virgo, it's in Leo. Alright, show it to you again. Right there. Target, bam, Leo. That's where the full moon is. Alright, so I hope I was clear on this. We're going to jump over to the Sidereal Astrology chart, and we're going to see a match, and we're going to go over the energy of this next full moon coming up. Okay, hang on. Alright. So now we have the astrology, Sidereal Astrology chart. And as you can see, my constellations are all different sizes because I go with the accurate size of the constellations in the sky. So it's really important to know. Because this is called true Sidereal Astrology, so we're aligned accurately with the stars in the sky. First thing is we look at is the moon. You can see here the moon is in Leo. Shows in Leo. But like I mentioned before, most importantly is to point out where the sun is, because the sun reflects, the moon reflects sunlight. Okay, so we can see that the sun is in Aquarius, 4 degrees Aquarius. The ruler of Aquarius is Uranus. Uranus is in Pisces, age of our time. Aquarius is the age that we're moving into. It's conjunct with Mars. Mars is in Aries, 2 degrees Aries, just entered into Aries. So this makeup right here, and then there's a sextile. So let me just show you. There's a sextile between the Mars-Uranus conjunction with the Sun in Aquarius. So right here, that's why I labeled the video, stand up and fight for the human heart. So what's important for this human heart? Because Leo is a royal sign. It's the king of the signs. All right. So that's where this is. We're gonna fight for the freedom, for liberation. So now what else is in Aquarius? We have Neptune and we have Mercury. So what this tells me is that there's intuitive, spiritual energy or flow or information coming through right now. So this is even adding more energy towards intuitively knowing, because the heart is the intuitive. It's the intuitive brain. It's the first brain that develops, actually. It's the first part. The heart develops before the brain. All right, so that's what's happening first. We're putting this first right now, and we're getting intuitive messages. Okay, so that's what's up. So now next thing I want to point out is in the background during this whole time, is you have Jupiter. Jupiter has a loose conjunction, but it's conjunct with the galactic center, which I love. Because the galactic center is super powerful. That's a really, all the ancients point to the galactic center. That's where it's at, the galactic center. All right, that's where all the energy is at. That's where you look to when you want to know what's really going on. What's up in the galactic center? Okay, so we have Jupiter there, and Jupiter's in the galactic center, and it's in Ophiuchus, the 13th zodiac sign it work with. And you know, Ophiuchus is that hidden mystery. It's only taught in the mystery schools, because like if you look into all mythology, there's always 12. There's 12, and then there's the one. There's the one that's the divine human being. That's the son of the god. That's the prince, right? So that's Ophiuchus. It's the one who resurrects, the one who's immortal. And you have Jupiter there, the king of planets. That's what above me, right? That's Jupiter, king of the planets. It's so I'm imagining this whole like shaman scene going on where Jupiter is the king of the planets, mixing this great elixir in the galactic center. You know, Ophiuchus has the energy of Ophiuchus right there. You know, the shaman creating this, and it's always brewing this thing, man, because this is going to be going on for a while. Because I'm going to bring your attention to, we have this Saturn Pluto conjunction that's going to be coming together. You know, it goes exact 2020. Is it 2020? I'll do a video on that. But anyway, it's a 2-year process. Saturn Pluto coming into conjunction. So this is systems breaking down and being restructured again, being rebuilt again, because Pluto breaks everything down, and Saturn is about restructuring. And also Pluto is about restructuring too, but only once there's a complete shaman death, which is complete wipeout. But right now what we have here is we have Venus is conjunct with this Pluto Saturn conjunction going on. So Venus is having, I call this, Venus is checking in with the elders, because the elders are kind of saying, you know, okay, what's happening with you, Venus, the divine feminine? Because when you put Venus and Pluto together, it's a lot of sexual energy. And sexual energy is one of the most strongest human energy, you know, energy that the humans possess. And, you know, it's really important to be in integrity with that, because as we know, that stuff can go out of control. So I think that Venus is coming in and checking in with the elders about how to manifest with the sexual energy and be with an integrity. Because the Mars is doing a fight. Mars is fighting for liberation. So while Mars is fighting for liberation, the divine masculine is fighting for liberation. What's the divine feminine doing? The divine feminine is also maintaining, you know, energy, sexual energy. So super strong energy right here. So that's pretty much the gist of what's going on right now. And then I just want to point out, you know, I like to see this. You have this Alcyon is the Pleiades. That's the center star of the Pleiades. So that's kind of rising when this full moon goes exact. So we're going to be getting some Pleiadian messages coming to us as well. And the Pleiadians are our cosmic brothers and sisters, helping us, you know, rise up to the age of ascension. So that's it. North node in Cancer, right? Cosmic creation, cosmic birth. South node in Sagittarius, you know, divine wisdom. You know, high wisdom, the centaur. So that's where we're at. Alright, I hope I covered enough for you guys. I made a bunch of announcements in the beginning of the video, so hopefully you guys sign up and do all that great stuff, because I'm giving away a lot of free stuff. Alright, I'll check you guys later. Bye.